master at these short intermediate routes. Just look at the moves that he's doing, and he's going up against Charvarius Ward, who's a...
But maybe threw off the timing, but McDuffie is going to go on the deck here. That could...
Creating the pocket. He wanted to line of scrimmage. He beats Carlton Davis to the inside, and then he works back to the outside. Puts a
quarterback. But they've had second long situations. If you need a drive starter or you need to pick up
absolute strength on strength, Cooper Kupp on just a short outbreaker on the Bills. Yeah, got Cooper on a go route on Williams.
Andrew was going to be Calvin Ridley, who had 10 or 9 targets. This is his 10th of the day, but the long reception.
Mac Hollins, one of the most unselfish players. This is called a slot fade.
Going back to college, and you know, an opportunity like that, there was no hesitation whatsoever as to...
Love this route. Watch Tutu Atwell. This is called a squirrel route. An out and up and then a comeback.
Defense to start the night. Well, they show a all-out blitz, 0 blitz. They drop out Eric Kendricks at the last minute, so they rush 7.
Anything going in the pass game. And it's just really good coverage by Buster Brown. 3rd down, pressed up at the line of scrimmage and finishing it, going...
Here's Nakua on Taron Johnson. Gets the outside leverage, and it's great coverage.
They come up, they play man coverage and tight coverage. They're going to force Cooper to make some tight window throws. They got the go route.
Line, the coach there, former player. Watch what he does at the end of the route, right here at the top. See that? He gets even with Woolen, and just that...
Yeah, he had an opportunity. You see Cooks, and... watching Cooks, you know, he came back last week.
Talk a lot about Nakua, but do not sleep on Cooper Kupp. They get a little bit uncoordinated in their coverage, and Rasul Douglas has no...
I love how they're able to flex him out because of his skill set at 6'3", 245. You see that? He dipped under.
Trying to get the ball to Higgins, but Diggs plays this perfectly, takes away the inside, and Burrow, so nonchalant, he gets right off of T. Higgins and comes right out then to the boundary.
Use him in motion here. You see D'Alford, he's matching him in the slot. These bunches are so hard, but look at the leverage. The second he gets outside leverage.
Burrow didn't like it. Deron Bland plays this well. You got all this field to work with
the stack, but now look at the depth that Simmons has to play. You remember the Pitts route where he kind of just ran?
This corner on the right side of the defense doesn't do a great job of slowing down Jameson Williams. He's able to get to that second level.
Side, it causes, watch how DJ Reed passes it off. So now all of a sudden you got Tyreek Hill on a safety.
Jones, you'll see Brian Thomas throws his hands up. He wants the football, but that ball's coming a little bit too much heat.
Just totally locked up on these guys, and as I mentioned earlier, I mean, there's nobody behind. There's no safety behind them at all. And you're just banging your head against the
progressions. Wicks is stepping up. We mentioned how Dobbs is not available. How about that route? Little whip route back to the inside. Takes a huge hit.
Right there and mash him up against the rookie one-on-one and just runs a really good route. You see him kind of zigzagging there.
And Xavier McKinney, you got to put this ball on a line and you got to give him a chance to be able to get down and get ready to be hit.
It's supposed to be underman, which means take away the inside routes. He was just late.
And the control with the body to make the catch, literally, his hands are behind his head. The ball.
That was number 79, including the playoffs, beating Kohu.
A little out and up right here, and then taking up the sidelines. DeJean Bitt on the out route. Well sold.
Shakir just winning on the out and the up. And he is threading the needle here. Amari Cooper, this guy's been just a world-class receiver. Look how he continues fighting and come back to the ball. You got Hollins running a simple post route, and he beats Williams, but he's got Kinchins coming across the field.
Deebo Samuel, he's going to go over the defense across the field, but watch him now track back to the football.
Catch, again, zone defense. He runs right up the seam, which is the inside edge of the numbers. Stafford.
Time on task between these two, almost picked off. You could tell Mahomes thought this was going to be a down the field.
Yeah, you see the route by Ferguson, but Pratt, he's just all over it. And a ball, I mean, it's such a tight throw. Locked up in man coverage. I thought maybe Cooks got a push, but you see the grab there, the tug on the jersey. And Cooks just does an outstanding job of Jamar Chase was. They totally turned him loose. You can see they let him with a free release. He gets in behind Diggs in that zone coverage. And Burrow, Chase Brown on the outside. DaRon Bland bites enough and just really kind of runs T. Higgins. And you see that they start drafting off each other. And Trayvon Diggs, he's not sure, okay, is Chase going to keep going? Here's the look at Brandon Cooks. But
catch of the year.
Well, again, it's another look like we talked about a little bit earlier in this game when they used Jamar Chase, but with the main
in the bottom four in basically every main category in the NFL.
Well, in addition to that, this is an offense that they don't use a lot of play action.
Got his second of the night, 40 yards for the go-ahead points.
Yeah, they bring 5 on the rush, and you're one-on-one outside. DaRon Bland, he's in soft coverage and just overruns it. Boy, watch when Burrow turns this ball loose to Jamar Chase. This is the anticipation that I'm talking about. That ball's being thrown now, and Chase isn't even out of the break. These guys are on the same page constantly, and you just seem expecting that with Cooper wanting to get the ball out of his hands so quickly. Pretty good coverage there.
For a fresh set.
This is an excellent job by KaVontae Turpin, throttling it down as he comes out of the break. He knows that there's defenders inside. And Jamar Chase just runs an excellent route. They're doubling him, but you see the separation. Mike Zimmer is he's not going to sit back in a 4-man rush. He's going to rush 5 guys, 6 guys. We saw in the opening possession.
Let's make sure he caught it on his way out. Yep.
He turns this loose while CeeDee Lamb is at the top of the route. Ball's out. He hasn't even gotten his head around yet, and he's.
So here's Jackson Smith-Njigba, who does most of his damage working from the slot. And that's really what they call a flag route. Just run at your
Now he's the play caller on defense for this Chargers team that is leading the National Football League with fewest.
Little contact again. Switch you get. Physical play, grabs a shoulder.
Pass interference. Defense, number 31. That penalty's the
hands, and he gets both of them on the football, and Cam Hart knocks it out. Play of the Barry Flop style, and that's a touchdown. They needed that.
They got Robinson here running an outside flag route on the number 1 corner, Ben.
Kyler Gordon runs a slant inside. Gordon too late to get there. Purdy throwing it on. Goes up. It's definitely a catch. And look at the awareness by Rome Odunze. He immediately looks down to make sure.
Zone defense. Nacua just pushing up. And again,
because they ran this type of a tunnel screen, except it was Jackson Smith-Njigba went 46 yards with it and set up a
pocket and drop it down and throw it. Just an absolute dot like anybody in the NFL. And you got
big route going to go up, wiggle it down the field, wide open. You've got the game, you've got the touchdown, and you can't.
His development has allowed Mike McDonald and
plays. You have really nice route running by Odunze. You see how he goes and attacks Fred Warner. He has Fred Warner stay put.
This is what 6'4", 235 gives you, but he doesn't even have to use his strength there. He just runs a great route because he also possesses sub 4.4 speed that you have to respect.
Let's see here about this route. It's just Shakir over the ball, and there is nobody in the screen. And he gets almost 25, 30 yards into the defense before anyone
is really, really good understanding both Keenan Allen.
Get it to Nacua on the slip screen. You get a great block by Havenstein.
One safety in the middle of the field. He loves throwing the ball down the field. This is not a dink and dunk team. They don't throw to their backs.
It's 6'4", 210. Watch the length of the arm getting across the front.
Right on cue, right? So there's Kittle, and he's just going to run right over the defense, finding again that hole in the zone. There's nobody there. They're glued looking at the run.
Just diving away from the hit he was about to take. Cleared out the space.
Spot, get himself established, and turns around, sees the ball, and just moves to it and picks it off.
This 3 deep coverage, I'm going man, playing lockdown. I told you the best thing he does is trail technique, and look what he does, putting his hand.
He's give Myers a shot as Taylor Demerson made the play over the.
We thought he would do, being that equalizer for this 49ers offense. You have great corners for the base. And he had a step on Byard. The ball's a little underthrown. This is a nice job by Byard, not interfering.
Yardage to put him in a position now on 3rd and about 6. For the season, Seattle's 3rd downs have averaged around.
You got Cooper Kupp here running up the field, and this is just called a sail route.
Start for the 49ers offense, especially the way that they got pummeled against Buffalo.
And how about Zay Jones, the veteran? Talk about showing up at a time you absolutely need it.
And just working one-on-one in the slot with the motion. You see what the motion does? It gets D. Alford. He was originally on just
deep curl route, and the timing was a little off. I think Jalen Hurts was just a little bit late to the party here, and seeing it develop, that's what gave.
Joe, there's a lot of space in the back zones, but teams don't typically have enough. Remember Shaq Griffin, he's in the starting lineup. Stephon Gilmore, the veteran corner, he pulled his hamstring last week, and we came.
Jackson, and this is what Marquez Valdes-Scantling does. He takes the top off. He's your deep ball threat. Great job running with him, and then there goes the head around to locate the foot team. He's actually going to come from the outside. As it releases upfield, circles back around the other way, and it's really...
Smith out here, running up the sideline and then coming back friendly, breaking off the route, working the ladder. Those are those tick marks.
Just can't stay. Just allow him to scramble. So he's open early, but obviously the pressure we showed you is why he couldn't get the ball out on time, and then...
2 feet in the field of play. Once that second foot is down in the field of play, right there, and...
I think Shaq Griffin, he initially caught it. So, yeah, it's simultaneous possession, and then it just becomes a fight. More than them, they play only one single high safety. It's actually really good coverage by Mike Hughes, and it's actually the fact that what a luxury to have opposite of Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison has gotten one-on-one coverage the entire day. This time you're going to see Bijan Robinson never gets out in the flat. That's what allows Josh Metellus, 44. See how deep he is? There should be a flat player out here wide open. This is where Kirk...
First-round draft pick. Adam Thielen works his way all the way across the field, and Slay stays with him and undercut this route. So smart. Strike, and then here's the corner from the inside. And lucky they didn't get OPI on.
Staying with that all the way to the ground.
Starts, I call it a little whip route. So he starts like he's running a flat.
Talked about betting earlier.
Because what you've got is a pulling play on the backside. So if your linemen turn up, they could be in. Watch the little nod to the inside at the top of the route. Just that little nod to the top right there. Then you break out. You're able to turn the hips of Trey Hawkins and get that separation. At the top. And just a quick little hitch route. It's the run after catch. Poor angle by Will Harris there as he's coming across. And a really nice run after. A whole lot going on here with Malik Neighbors and Kool-Aid on the outside. It's just a simple go route that's underthrown. And he gets himself in a good position. And you talk about the supporting cast, getting Malik Neighbors, that's going to help whatever decision you go in. Having Darius Slayton there is a veteran.
Next thing you know, Pittsburgh came back, took the lead before Cleveland turned around and won it on a chop.
His development over the years, he's really turned into a great tight end.
He really is. He is a force.
Williams was going to show up this year. It was a little bit, and his high could have been called.
And at this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. That is a great play there by Theo Jackson.
An excellent break by Mike Jackson. Number 2, watch him hit the plant foot, boom, and react, hand out.
Keep your eyes right here on Blake Cashman. So Cousins is looking left. Watch him come here with the eyes of Cousins, and that's what allows McLeod to uncover.
On a post right here, trying to get up over the top at Demario Davis.
He's right, too. I think you challenge it. If you lose the challenge, you basically charge a timeout, so you're stopping the clock as well.
Sidelines here, but you got to try and give him a chance to go up and use that big body I mean, Leggett is a monster. He's 6'3", 227. Watch the corner route here in the slot. Watch him at the top, right there. Get away from the defender and push. Under routes inside from his two best receivers. And you see,
he's just playing him man. So as soon as he stays there, he come flying down. Now
and just finding those little soft spots. You got three giant defenders around you, but you can see him, he gears it. The things we're talking about, this secondary has done a good job, playing some tight coverage, going into the middle.
It's clearly man-to-man, but see how he just runs on this angle? It's just so easy for the defense. I think you got to go for it here. I think with your offense, aggressive, you win the toss, you take the ball.
In the league, and shows the block first from Slay and then turns on the gas in the middle of the field. There's the route to Thielen. Thielen does his job by beating Cooper DeJean.
Coming, you see McLeod at the top of the screen, working on Byron Mumphrey. He just starts kind of little. Byron Murphy, he just runs.
What you'll see is a great start to the game, especially defensively. You see this kind of effort.
And taking the fight to Cooper DeJean first, getting physical with him, pushing him off, and then running away.
Get under center, play action. These are just easy downfield voided zones.
The flex position over there, you bring the fullback across in motion, hold the outside a little bit, then you get him up and over atop the line. MVS going down the field, on the deep throw. Now he's working the middle, and you can see that chemistry.
On the afternoon and off to a big day.
Right on cue, Kevin. No plays of 20 yards, a 21-yard
across, work to the middle, whether it's a mesh concept or crossers. And he did everything right.
Jonnu Smith lined up on the far right. He works his way all the way across the field. Give protection the credit for giving Tua time and for Jonnu Smith the time to
do his big body. He had leverage on the corner. He had to put it in there because he was
Miami at the 23 of the Jets.
Jeff Ulbrich and Mike McDaniel coach.
And this is Bullard, who is playing nickel. Tough matchup for him. You can see the separation. And how about Goff here?
On Garrett Wilson.
Well, Garrett Wilson on the day has 4 catches for 97 yards. Kevin, I saw a pre-snap. They were a 10-yard cushion, which is what they did earlier in the game where they had success with that 10-yard out.
On first down, among the best in the NFL.
Yeah, and he gets it out with great timing. You see, this is play action pass. This is a two-man route.
This is timing. You see Brian Thomas Jr. giving Baker all of those moves, and at that point, Mac Jones.
Well, this starts. You saw Mike Evans had a similar play last week.
Ton of aggression now. He's had some issues with penalties, has to learn how to get his hands down technique-wise. But if you're
third down conversion by either team today.
Well, it's man-to-man, and they don't trade it off. Ramsey thinks they're trading it off.
Making plays. You can't play too timid for Jarian Jones right there. Just finishing this play. You saw him out of the break.
25, and Bowers only his second catch of the day.
Yeah, this is too little, too late. He, again, in my eyes, this Mayfield, he's going to fake just a quick little hitch, and you see the corner out there.
Last time got to midfield and decided to punt it. Jets went down, got a field goal this time. No production on first down, not on the same page. Well, he goes in short motion. You see with that bunch look, they're so good at that bunch look, causing confusion.
Field, and this was a beauty.
Let's see, you get one, knee down.
Business. Yeah, this is really a well-designed route and really thrown with great timing and accuracy. And Jacoby Myers is just...
For as long as he can, he clearly knows that he's got to move out of the pocket and he just holds and holds and holds.
He got in and out of his break as soon as Ridley did, and then finishes with that right arm. He's able to secure the tackle and then punch through.
They're not hustling to the line to...
No. Yep, that converts 2nd and 5.
Fuller's close in coverage on that side. Ramsey and Wilson were over on the other side. So tight coverage, that time trying to score.
Could have easily taken a shot at him. Buster Brown pulls him down around the legs. And
see Shepard start on the right side of the field, and this is just time in the pocket.
Pass on a little bit on the back shoulder, and his feet just slide out from under him, and it changes his eye level really quickly. So instead of
to take a shot, and Brian Thomas lined up in a tight split, you see him here, and he's just going to run away from Baker, runs across the field on what we call an over route, and Mac Jones.
you're seeing the Raiders, as of late, push the ball down the field a little bit more.
Levis told us that the tone definitely changed with Callahan, and Callahan said that his demeanor is pretty consistent.
Out there for the Jets.
Such a hard throw here for Will Levis because he's booting out the left side, but Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
Well, and that's why you throw it on 3rd and short, because you already know you're going to go for it on 4th. If not, Clark with good job coming up. May got in there a little bit early.
And Tyson Campbell, he loves to be at the line of scrimmage and be aggressive, but like Andrew said, at the top of the route, you're going to see his left hand. He has the
Adams, first down.
Well, Kohu acts like he has someone back there in protection. Holland actually rotates up. He's the safety.
Yeah, tough design play here for Will Levis. There's really only one place to go, and that's to Calvin Ridley. He sees that Ronald Darby is
working left to right. This time Tyreek Hill's working left to right. Jonnu Smith is underneath, so the attention of the linebackers gets drawn up there.
That open, will you move him? You know, the Packers are expecting him to get involved. They want to get hands on him. Well, you can't when you move him. You can see that soft coverage.